Well, Happy New Year, everyone. We are almost there. We're almost through 2015. Nearly. We have, what, 2, 3 more days because the Chinese New Year really starts on Monday. I think it actually starts on the 6th, but on Monday is the celebration, is what I think it is. I'm not absolutely sure about that. Well, when I did the Chinese New Year class last year, we tried to film it and we couldn't. Brooke is just not very good with the camera, so we couldn't get it down, and I wish we could have, because every single thing that I promised you last year that was going to happen happened. And it wasn't all good. It's just, a lot of you know that right now. It wasn't all good. Little did I know at the time that it was going to be the hardest year I'd had in a really long time. And I would love to tell you how many lessons I learned from that. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did, because we all learn our lessons from things that happen to us, whether they're good or bad or indifferent. But it hurt. That's all. That's the lesson I learned is, wow, stop at your stoplights, because you never know who you could hit if you run that red light. So I learned a little bit about that, and we're much more cautious when we go through a red light. As you know, we were in a car crash, and the lady ran a red light. And I thought I had a bad day until I found out she didn't have insurance, and she didn't have a driver's license, and she had a warrant out for her arrest already. So talk about a bad day. Hers got a lot worse than what mine was, and I have no idea whether she was hurt. But as bad as I was hurt, I bet you she had to feel some pain there. But anyway, that's behind us now, and we're going forward to 2016. And really, believe it or not, I'm going to put it behind me. I'm working every day to get better. It's a challenge every day as my blood pressure rises, and we have no way of finding out what's really causing that. I go through all these brain scans, and we found nothing yet. So 2016, I'm going to start my own regimen. I know you think we're in 2016, but we're not. We're not going to be in 2016 until Monday. But I'm going to start my own health regimen, and I'm going to have you to follow me with that. You know that there isn't anything in our body that happens unless it happens up here first. And if it happens up here first, then we can fix it up here first. And this is really our only hope, because we can go to the doctors all day long, and all they know is medicine. They don't have any idea in the world that we can put our hands like this and heal ourselves. But we can. I haven't been able to do that because, as you see, I've been so busy trying to help this world this entire year. And I would probably have to say the past 2 hurricanes got me down pretty bad. So I'm going to be leaning back a little and not doing as much. I can't promise you I'm not going to do something, because how do I just let that go when I know I have the power to help? So anyway, we're going into 2016, and I have the monkey. And the monkey's going to help. And I get excited about that, because I really have a monkey personality. I found out that today, too. I have a real temper, and the monkey does. And, I'll go for years and years and years and not get mad at anybody. Then all of a sudden, I'm mad at everybody. And that's what the monkey does. So today, I got thinking about that a little bit, as it was challenged somewhat. Someone said a little bit something about one of my kids, and I said something bad, and I really didn't think I could do that. But I can, and I did. And so now I'm going to behave a little bit and do this class. So welcome to 2016, the monkey year. You know what? I think it's already started, because now when I think back at what I did say today, that had to be the monkey, because it couldn't have been me. Possibly. It just couldn't be me. Well, the monkey's full of adventure, and he jumps from tree to tree to tree. And if you're in love with the monkey, or you are a monkey, well, if you're in love with a monkey, I'm kind of sorry for you. But if you are a monkey, I love your spirit. But but try to catch one of them when they don't want to be catched. Caught. Uh-oh. Catch wasn't really a good word, but caught. So we're going to start off. I had, I don't know, Dawn, did we have 30 some people that joined this class, or 20? It felt like 100, but when I was writing all that. But I want to give everybody a little something. But there's been a few of you ordered the books. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to read a book at a time. And I just went from Dawn's list down. So I'm not picking favorites. She sent me a list of names, and that's where I started. Dawn, do you have anything to add to the monkey year? Or I know you've been reading about it, but do you have any of your own thoughts?
I'm just excited to start a new chapter. So
oh yeah,
I'm expecting this monkey to be good to me.
And you're a Cancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, guess what, honey? This year is good for us. No matter what animal you are. Do you know the animal that you are? Oh, yeah. Well, it won't be as great for a horse. Last year, this past year, 2015, was the horse year. That's not good either. It's not good for the horse. The horse needs next year. The next year is are we going into the year of the goat next year, I think?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure we are. And that's going to be a lot better. But for the year of the dog, which is what I am, it's going to get a lot better for me. And I haven't had a wonderful year. All my years are wonderful because I'm almost 70, so every year I have is wonderful. But I haven't had a really wonderful year of feeling great for 7 years. When 7 years ago, I broke my foot and RA set in, and then it was just a down here spiral. So now it's been my 7 years. I'm going to shift a minute, so excuse me. I'm going to have to move that a little bit. But this isn't the ideal way to do this, but it's the best way I can do that today because I can't sit at the bar and work on this. But so last year, the horse year was still pretty rough on me because the horse is really playful. And it runs and trollops. And Dawn, you absolutely are a horse. You're more of a horse than a Cancer. One of my very good friends beside you, Barb Van Horn, is a horse. And Barb lives in this little tra-la world, and everything's always okay. And no matter what was going on in our lives, Barb would say, "Oh, honey, it's all beautiful and it's all wonderful and part of the process." And I would go, "Where have you been? I think this has been so bad." But she never sees it that way, and neither do you. And I wish I could be a little more like you, but I'm a dog. I'm not. So I'm going to start reading our Happy New Year books, and I'm going to explain a few things along the way. What I didn't do, I think, is get the elements of this year. And darn it, I'm going to add that, though, before we finish this class today. The elements are very important. And I know some of you ordered books from me, and I'm going to say probably half of you didn't understand them because I didn't hear from you. And I knew you wouldn't. But I was hoping that you would at least write me and say, "Linda, what does that mean?" Well, elements are really important because it tells us what part of the country we need to be living in. It tells us the foods we should be eating. It tells us, well, I'm just going to grab my book really quick and give you an example of that. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about the elements so that you'll understand what elements are. The elements are very important. It's, for instance, all right, I'm going to just start reading because all of you know what you are. If you're wood, this is for the wood. Okay, so the wood, they have a planet, and that's a planet that supports our energy. So your planet, the wood planet, and it's every wood. And so I'm going to go on with all 2, 4, 5 of the elements and read them all to you. So you understand why I put this on your charts. The planet Jupiter is for the wood. Now that, remember, the planet supports your energy. The color green also supports your energy. It for you, only wood. It can bring money. It can grow. Green is growth, and you can grow things. If you're a green, you probably have a green thumb. And your shape is columnar, and I cannot say that word. So just, what is that? I'm not even sure what it is, but
it's a column, like a glass,
like a column. Okay, like a column. Okay, so that means put something in your house that represents that, like a vase or a candle holder. I have those around because that also, everything that I'm talking about in the element gives you energy. And this is what you need around you for energy. And you'll probably understand this too about the season, because a wood season is spring. So spring's your best time of the year. The direction that you should face your bed or have or face is the east. Your life is all about your family. Your taste is sour. So that's good for your health to eat something sour. Your necessities of life is light. The age that you best thrived in is babyhood. So all you wood people aren't very grown up, but that's okay. That's fun. I love it. My husband's a wood. He's a babyhood. Trust me, he is. And your body, the part of your body you have to watch out for is your liver. The quality of life for you is art, so go to lots of art museums or even paint yourself. And the mood that you have the most easy is anger. So that's something you may want to work on. Anger is not always that fun, but for you it's natural, so you really can't help it. But it is your lesson in life, so you need to work on that a little bit. So fire, and I'm a fire. My husband's a wood and I'm a fire. So our planet is Mars. Remember, that's where we get our energy from. When I was a little girl, people would say, "What are you, from Mars?" I really was, but they didn't know that. So, and the best color for us is red. And the shape that we need to have around our house, and I have them all over our house, is triangular. Best season for us is summer. And you know I love that if anybody knows me. The best direction to live in would be the south. I do disagree with that on myself a little bit because I thrive much better in the west, like Las Cruces, Tucson, Denver, than I do in the south. I'm just not a southern girl. My commodity, the commodity of the fire, is livestock. And if I could do anything, it would be live on a farm and raise animals. I absolutely love it. I'm not a domestic animal person. I like wild animals or farm animals. Our life path is our career, and you know that's true. Any of us fire, boy, we love our career, and that's all we want to do. Only thing really makes us happy or fulfills us is our career. Where you would, the only thing that made you fulfilled were your families. So our taste is bitter, which is true. I love bitter. Heat, that's our necessity, so we need to be in the hot weather, and that's true. And the age is youth, so we never get old. We just laugh our way through life. Our body part that we have to watch out for is our heart. The quality, which we should go to sports events. I don't, but we should. I did call the ball game last night, though. I didn't let all of you know it because I didn't want to ruin it for you. But I did let a few people know, not everybody. And our mood is laughter. We can laugh our way through anything. Where you get mad, where the wood gets mad, we'll laugh at you. And which is true. I have to walk out of the room because when Brooke throws his little tantrums, it's funny. So I have to walk out of the room because wouldn't that kind of upset you if you're mad and then somebody's laughing about that? Which I did. So can't do that. So Earth is, okay, we're starting a new element, which is Earth, the element Earth. Your planet is Saturn. Your color is yellow. Your shape is square. And where you need to be in a season is any of them. You just love it all. Doesn't make any difference for you. You thrive anywhere. Your direction's the same way. Your season anywhere, any season, and you can live any direction. Your commodity is land, so we would be very good together. And when I looked it up, we were. That the fire and the earth got along great because I like livestock, you like land. If you're, the next lifetime, maybe we'll get together and make us a home, okay? And then life for you is all about your home. And the taste for you is sweet. So every time you have a piece of cake, you're doing your body a favor. You're not doing something bad. Enjoy that chocolate. That's what your birthright is, to enjoy that chocolate. And your necessities is food. So the more food you eat, just pull a chocolate on it. It all works out great for you. And your age is adulthood. So you enjoy being here, where you are right now. And probably you were an adult as a child, because most adults, the earth people, have never really been kids because they were old when they were born. The body part you have to watch out for is your stomach. The quality of life for you is an estate. So that goes along with your land. If you could have land and you could make an estate out of that, that'd be your perfect life. Probably that's not happening for most of you, but it would be great if you could. And your mood is any mood. You could be mad, you could be happy, you could be sad, you can fear, you feel it all. So in some ways, I think that's good. It's like the 4 seasons. You feel everything. Okay, now we're jumping over to the element metal. So metal, your planet is Venus. Your color is white. Your shape is round. Your season is autumn. Your direction is west. Your commodity is wealth. Your life is commerce. Your taste is spicy. Your necessity is air. Your age is maturity. So once again, you probably really didn't enjoy being a child because you were too mature for the other kids around you. That's what I'm guessing on that one. And your body part you have to watch out for is your lungs. The quality is machinery. Now, I know some of you women are going to write, really? Yeah, probably you want to look that up, but it is, so I didn't write it. So your mood is sadness. And I know a lot of metal people, and they are sad. It's so funny, and they can't help it. It's just their emotion where I laugh things off. Some of us get mad. Well, they're just sad. They wouldn't be very good fighters or arguers because it would make them too sad. They wouldn't have a leg to stand on there. We're going to jump over to the next element, which is water. So water, your planet is Mercury. Your color is black. Your shape is irregular. Your season is winter. Your direction is north. Your commodity is health. Your life is about travel. Your taste is savory. Your necessity is water. Your age is retirement. Don't blame ya. And your body part is bladder. And your quality is media. So you'd make a great TV personality or a movie star or a radio announcer. And your mood is fear. And I know some of you that feel fear all the time. Another one, I have a man down the street that's our neighbor, and he feels fear all the time. And we had to talk about that the other night, and he can't help it. That's just what he feels. Liz was born October the 2nd, 1963. So Liz is a Libra and a water rabbit. A water rabbit, now, if you remember something, I just told you about water. Water is fear-based. I know her very well. Even though she puts on the best face ever, I would probably have to say I can see fear in her sometimes. And this may help her understand that this isn't her fault. or anything she should be ashamed of or worry about. This is her birthright. She has the birthright of fear. She's an air sign, so she would be better in the seasons where it's soft and cool and the weather feels good all the time. I mean, if she could have it her way, it'd be fall all the time probably, because I'm pretty sure that that would be her best season. And I don't think that she understands either that the best place for her to be in life is married. And she is married, but family is so important to her. And I know she knows that. And that would be whether it was her parents when she was growing up. Her childhood friends were very important to her. She didn't tell me this, but I read it when I was doing this book for her. And she is a family woman. To know her is wonderful because she takes you in her life and her arms, and you are a part of her family then, and you feel it. And she loves you unconditionally. And she's a little bit shy, and that's the rabbit. The rabbits don't trust anyone. They don't trust, at least they don't trust to let you close enough that they could let you in their life. And Liz, you don't. You hold everybody at an arm's length, and I'm pretty sure you probably still do. We haven't had a lot of conversations since I left Colorado, but I'm pretty sure she probably still feels that way. Now, I want to explain that about her best day is Friday. Friday's your best day. So if you were going to sign any kind of contract, make any agreements of any kind, do anything that's seriously important to you, make that decision on a Friday, not a Monday. When most people make their work decisions, they make them on Monday. Don't do that. You make yours on a Friday. Now, your number is a 6, and that's your birthright. That's your life number. So that to me would be on a Saturday. So Friday and Saturday should be very good days for you. And the number 6 should be involved in everything. Like if you're getting ready to buy a house and you could work it out to possibly sign your contract on, say, May the 6th at 6 o'clock in the evening, I would do that because there's no going wrong with that. So make your decisions on a Friday and pay attention to the time of day that you do anything, and make 6 o'clock or 6 your best number. Now, looking at your health, and I did look at everybody's health that I wrote this book about. Now, I can't read everything that I know about you guys, or it would take hours and hours and hours. But I'm going to do the best I can, especially for the ones of you who wanted a book. Liz, it says that you need a lot more fruit than you're getting. And I looked inside your health and went in your body, and I think for the most part you look really good. But I did see some deficiencies there. And if I see some deficiencies, then I would have contacted you somehow anyway. But because you ordered the book, it was easy for me to look it up and check your health out. And it said about the only thing that you're lacking is more fruit, and not vitamins. And vitamins, I think that's an individual choice. If you think you're getting better on vitamins, so by all means take vitamins. I drink milk. I don't have osteoporosis. I had osteoporosis, and I'm the only one on record in Denver that reversed it because I went to dairy and got off all the vitamins. I don't take any vitamins. I take natural foods, and it works because my osteoporosis is gone. The RA will reverse itself. I have to get better from that car accident, but it was reversing itself. Liz, for you, I think the same thing that I did is what you need to do. I can't give you that advice because I'm not your doctor, and you will know what's best for you, but at least add the fruit to your diet if you don't already have that going on. Those are very special because you have 2 angels that follow you all the time. And one of them, and I wrote them to you in the book that you ordered. I want you to look your angels up. And then when you look them up, I would love for you to get a piece of paper and write the messages that you're receiving when you look them up, because you will see how important these two angels are. And I'm going to say it's Hagel, Hagiel, and I don't know how to say it, so it's Anael. How would you say that, Don?
I think I would say a nail.
I would say
Yeah.
a nail too. And you know, a lot of times I give these angels names that I think are female or male, and when I look them up, they're not. You know, I'd say I call them a girl and they're a boy, but it doesn't matter. All angels are important, and they're assigned to us in heaven before we come to earth. We have an angel assignment. All of us do, not just the ones I'm reading for you today, but all of us have one. And you know, if you remember, a couple of years ago, I wrote those angel letters, and your angels came to me and talked to me, and they haven't been back. I haven't been able to write an angel letter since then. So I won't be able to until they say, okay, we're ready. Let's do some more angel letters. But they haven't done it. And I hope they do, because I think that was the most unique thing I've ever had happen in my life. My next reading is going to be for Deb. Deb, you're an earth rooster, so I know you know who you are. Now, I'm going to get my elements back out for you, because I feel that we need to talk about some things. And I did write your book, and I sent it to you, and you had a few questions because you didn't understand it all. Well, I didn't expect you to. If you understood it all, you wouldn't need me. So I'm going to help you out here. So the Libra is a strong woman, a beautiful woman. And it's funny because you and Liz, I had 3 or 4 Libras right in a row. And I know all of you, and you girls are beautiful. You're just gorgeous girls. And your skin's beautiful. You're beautiful, beautiful. But you're an earth rooster. Now, the sign that I would never put myself with ever is a rooster. I'm a dog. Roosters and dogs do not care for each other. My daughter's a rooster. My husband's a rooster. One of my best friends is a rooster. Deb, you know I'm crazy about you. You're a rooster. So I got to say, astrology doesn't know everything, because I know we love each other. But the thing about a rooster that I didn't tell you in your book was they're very smart, and they truly are very smart. They're book smart, so education's simple for them. They just go to school and ace it. And they're street smart because they read people. They know what's going on around them. You really can't fool them usually. And Deb, you're definitely that way. Nobody can fool you. But they also come across sometimes as a know-it-all. Now, they don't know they're coming across like that, but to other people, they are coming across like that. You feel that you're giving very sound advice to someone. They're feeling that you're bossing them around, or you think you know everything. So I wanted you to know that is probably what frightens these men off. It's because when you get into a conversation with guys, you're pretty darn smart, and you can hold yourself strong, and I don't know the word I'm looking for, strong. In a conversation, you can hold your own. You're so intelligent, book-wise, but just sensible. You're just sensible. And so when they bring up a conversation and you put your 2 cents in, it may sound like you took that conversation over. And that's not what you do. And that's not how you see it either. You're adding very sound advice, very good advice as the way I see it. I think you're so super smart. But I want to look at your elements, the earth. Okay, your planet is Saturn. So you're not from here either. And none of you really were, because when I read all of your charts, none of you really were from here. Now, if you would wear the color yellow when you want to come for a situation, like if you're going on a first date, I'd wear a beautiful yellow that complements your beautiful dark hair and your beautiful eyes. And just, you shine, honey. You're beautiful anyway, whatever color you wear. But you're going to need some strength to help you get past some of the things that you have coming up for you, because you have a few challenges. As a rooster this year, though, it will not be that bad. It's not great. It's kind of like I was talking to Dawn about her horse year. It should have been better than it was, because she was a horse, but it wasn't her horse year. See, that will only come around every 38 years, and that wasn't her horse year. This isn't going to be that great a year for you, but it's not going to be your worst either. Now, the shape that you need to surround yourself with is square. I just said I didn't want to be in a square box. Well, you'd feel more at home and at ease in a square box. Now, you don't care what season it is. You can take them all. You like everything. And the same way with the direction. Where should you live? It doesn't matter where you live. You can live anywhere. You're very adjustable. The commodity where you could make your money would be off of land. So if you get an opportunity to buy a piece of land, do it and hang on to it. And life for you is about your home. You love your home. You love your surrounding. You make a beautiful home. And when people visit you, they feel at home. The next little book I'm going to read is to Miss Flo. And Miss Flo's birthday is 5/30. Oh, Dawn. I wrote 1905, but I didn't write the last number.
It is 1950.
Well, maybe that's why I didn't write the last number. It's 1950. And she is the metal tiger. And she's also the twin and a metal tiger. And oh my gosh, can you imagine that? Because tigers are so beautiful. And if you watch tiger women, they just have this poise about them. And Flo does. She's just gorgeous. And when she walks in a room, everybody's head turns. They see her. She's just gorgeous. She has this magic going on. And then, of course, Gemini women do too. They're the twins. So you look at them once and you think you saw one person, and you look at them again and you saw another person, and then you look at the tiger on top of that, and this person has it going on, and her chart showed it. So she isn't going to have a bad year at all. And she's a tiger, and they are all going to have a bad year, but she's not going to have a bad year. She just doesn't have them. If they're bad years, she's like you, Dawn. She's just going to turn it around and make it a good year, no matter what. She's very wise, so she always learns her lessons from every incident that happens to her. I remember at one point in time when I was trying to give her advice on a guy. We were dating, could have been the same guy at the same time, and they were doing the same thing to us. I had a whole different way of handling it than she did. So she'd call me for a reading, and I'd say, you know what you need to do? I'm not doing that. And she didn't. And after she'd say, I'm not doing that, I went, well, if she's not doing that, I probably shouldn't be doing that. So at the end of the reading, I would learn more from her than she would learn from me, because I thought she knew what she was doing. And it hurt her, but she stuck to it. And let me tell you right now, she's not with that guy either. And if he had wanted her back, he'd have to do some heavy talking, because she will not take it. That's the tiger in her. The tiger's pride will only take so much crap, and they're done. They'll walk away. They may not say anything, and most of the time they don't. They just walk away. And Flo, this year, you're going to be challenged with that. You're going to need to walk away, because there's going to be something that comes up, and it feels to me like in your family. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, and I really didn't want to project that out there to you, so you'd start having this little chip on your shoulder waiting on it to happen. But when it does happen, do not forget these words. The person who says the fewer words wins that argument. And you're going to need that advice in this uh, uh, little adventure that we're getting ready to go into. It's going to turn out okay because you're not going to say anything to take back, and that other person will. So and it really isn't about you. It's about someone you care about, and you're defending them, which is the tiger. You would defend the people you love, and you don't let everybody in. You're not somebody that just invites the whole world over and says, let's just have a tea party like Don and I do with our cancers. We're both cancer. We just, come on in. We don't care who you are. You're murder. Oh, God, don't hurt us, okay? But we're like that. You're not like that. And you're smarter, actually. But I'm going to get on with this. You're full of life, and you are. And if you can explore the world a little more than you're doing, I think that would be very good for you. What I suggest you do, first check the weather, because we're going to have weather this year again. Tornadoes where you never expected them. So I want you to check the weather before you set out on a road trip, but you really need to be taking a road trip pretty soon. That clears your soul. That clears your head. Even if you just drove out to Vegas and enjoyed the lights for a night or two, I would do that. It's something different that you need to do, but it needs to be done in a car. And I think because you do more thinking when you just drive. And Jodine, you're a beautiful water tiger. Oh, you are beautiful too. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And you're a spark of fire. You know, when you meet Jodine, you would think that she is just the calmest, coolest, naive, and she is none of those things. She's gorgeous and cute and everything. But she's a little fire engine. She can do anything. I'm telling you, she's amazing. And Jodine, you are very blessed because this is a year for you that shouldn't be so good, but it will be wonderful. Your day that I want you to pay particular attention to is Tuesdays. And your number is number 9. So you're a morning person. We get started when we talk together in the morning, most of the time. So 9 o'clock in the morning for you on Tuesday is a fabulous day to be signing paperwork or making contracts or meeting new clients. Whatever you do, do it on a Monday. You also have a wonderful, wonderful angel that I love. I talk to Samuel all the time. Now, here's something that I think you guys will find interesting. This morning, I'm getting ready for this little gathering tonight, and it's not a party, it's an actual class. And I didn't know, do I really want to start that down here? Because Dawn and I have a good thing going online, which is so much easier on my health. So I didn't know if I really wanted to do that, because seeing people one-on-one is really very draining. So I'm wiping off the countertop, and there on the countertop is the tiniest little feather. Little tiny. I'm starting yelling, oh, thank you for your answer. I love it. And it wouldn't let me have it. I try to get it, because I have a little jar I put all my feathers in, which I hope you guys will too. Find a little container that you can collect feathers or pennies and put them there so the angels know that you appreciate all their signs. Well, it wouldn't let me catch it. I laid my hand flat down on it like that, and I raised my hand. It was not there. It was nowhere to be found. So, Jodine, you have my favorite angel, one of them. I have so many of them, but this one's Samuel. You have 2, but I'm going to talk about Samuel. Samuel's a cool guy. Samuel is the angel that follows Brooke. And Samuel told me everything about him. He ratted on him. So you better hope that your family members don't learn to talk to your angels, because your angels know everything you've ever done. And I learned more from Brooke during the hurricane of Louisiana. Remember the one that I stopped, and it was supposed to come in a category 5 and it came in a 2? Came in a 2.5, I think, something a little bigger than a 2, but under a 3. Brooke watched all that, so he loved it. But that weekend, while we were working on that hurricane, Samuel told me details of Brooke, places he'd been, the color of houses, the names of people. Amazing. So Samuel's a chatty Cathy. So Jane, you wouldn't have on your team, and you do have them on your team. And I think out of all of them, all the charts that I did, I believe you're the only one who has Samuel. Now, Jodine, your best weather is hot, and I think you probably know that, but you also, I'm trying to read, you also need to wear a lot of red. Red is a color for all of us this year, but red, Jodine, is a color for you that's going to help you nail that contract, help you get through your rough days. And if you can't wear red, hold something red or bring something with you that's red. These colors are important. And Dawn's getting ready to make, the ones of you that ordered the book, she's making the books for you. And I really appreciate that. That's hard work. You have no idea that how hard that is. Dawn's doing that, and I appreciate it. But she'll probably focus on why color is so important. But color is. Now, we have another class we can teach. I know what you're thinking. We're not even finished with this one. You're selling me another one. But this is another class you need to take. It's a class on color, and it's amazing. It's what color does and how important it is. If you look tonight, I have purple and green. Green's money. We need green tonight for this weekend. And then here's our purple for spiritual. And then I have gold and yellow and colors to bring in the energy and of these people. And then I'm going to give them all pins, and they're all color because color is important. So I picked out the color that's going to be their best color this year, and I'm giving them that. I will do the same thing for you when I come to Denver. So the next person that we have is Jill. And Jill, your birthday is 3/10. You also are a water tiger. So your chart and Jodine's are going to be just nearly the same. The only thing that was different is your number is 7. And any day works for you. So it doesn't make any difference the day for you. Okay, and you know what I worry about with you a little bit, Jill, is that you need to be eating more fish. Your body is deprived of something. I wasn't sure what it was deprived of, but I did take a look at you. And by the way, Jodine, you're healthy. I didn't tell you in your chart that you're healthy, but I saw nothing that I need to concern you with. Jill, I do want to concern you a little, but not really concern you. Awareness is what I want to do. Please eat more fish. And do you guys ever talk to your food when you eat it? Because Jill, you're one that needs to do that. When I know you're going to look kind of silly sitting at a big dinner table and getting ready to eat your fish and go, thank you for letting me eat you. and you, because I eat you, it's going to save my life and make me healthier. And I really appreciate this from you. Silently do that little prayer before you eat your food. It's very important for you. And that's because you are very spiritual. You're close to God. You appreciate everything. You may even be a vegetarian. I didn't see that. I don't think you are. And you shouldn't be, because you actually need that meat of some kind. So fish is your best meat. Your angel, and I can't pronounce his name. I'm going to spell it. Is Azrael. Do you know how to say that, Dawn? Az.
I'm going to have to guess that it's Azrael.
Oh, that's a beautiful name. I think that is, actually. Oh, I like that. If it isn't, it is now. And so, Jill, Azrael is with you constantly. You know, some of our angels take little breaks, but they never leave us unprotected. They always send someone else in to protect us when they take little breaks. Your angel does not take breaks. Your angel is with you all the time, sleeps with you, is right there with you all the time. And your best days are cloudy, moody days. You love that. You aren't a moody person, but you really love the way the clouds make you feel. I think you're pretty relaxed. And you also need to wear mild colors. Bright red probably wouldn't work for you. You need something that calms you down and not speeds you up. Red actually speeds me up. It just gives me more energy. Calm colors make me lazy. I don't like the way I feel with them. So we're going to go to Teresa now. And Teresa, you are your birthday is 6/13, and you're 6/13/71, but I know you know how old you are, that you're a metal pig. And this is a fun year for you in a way. But pigs have a way of making everything fun. They can laugh through it all. And Teresa, you've been up and down. I've known you for a while, and you've had your ups and downs. But I want to tell you something. You remind me of Dawn. Even your lifestyle, even the way you've had to get out there and work, you get out there and work. If you need money, and Dawn does this, I've never seen anybody like her in my whole life. But if she's down, she doesn't complain about it. I'm down. She creates something that works for her. That's exactly what you're doing. Should you need someone to do some business work for you, I would suggest you talk to Dawn. Dawn doesn't just work for psychics, you guys. She works for all of us. She's the most creative person in the world, and I know you know it because you're all writing to me and telling me how you appreciate her. She doesn't know that you are, but it would be great for you to write to her. You know, we all love validation that we're doing something right. Dawn's amazing. And any of us that are self-employed, she can do something wonderful for you, and she does not charge your arm and a leg. You have to kind of force the money on her, and I want her to be paid. I've watched a few people kind of sneak her ideas off of Facebook, and I know some of you've watched them do it too. I don't like it. Dawn doesn't say a word about it, but I don't like it. Dawn is so reasonably priced and so creative and underappreciated that when I see somebody abuse her, I'm a little bit hot under the collar. So for all of you that would like to see your business grow, just contact her and she'll give you ideas. And then, gift her. If we go to church, we're going to put some money in that pan when it's passed around. I don't care what religion we are. If we go to church and they pass that pan, we feed that pan. Well, Dawn's like that. She's a preacher. Pass the pan. And let's help her out here. But Teresa, I know you would because I know who you are. But honey, I think your business is fabulous. I think that you're working harder than ever, and I think it's paying off. This is a fabulous year for you to put money away, and I was excited to see that you're going to be able to do that. From what I understand, from the first day I met you, this is your first time to be able to do that. And I'm glad to be able to be a part of that, and we get to watch your growth because you are growing. Good year for you. I'm looking forward to seeing what Dawn writes to you in her book because you and Dawn are so much alike. I love you both. Okay, we're going on to Karen R. And Karen R., you're an earth rat. You're a Scorpio. And Scorpios are less evolved. I don't mean involved because you're involved with everything, but less evolved, which makes it interesting for me to find out because when we do our readings, I feel sometimes like I get to talk to a baby soul. And in some ways I do. I like that. I mean, there are tons of evolved souls in this world, but there are also a few that haven't evolved yet. And you're one of those. So being with us and finding this little group and finding me, it tells you that it's your turn on this earth to become more evolved and understand what you're doing here. This isn't just a joyride. I tell you that in every class that we have. We're not on this earth for the joyride. We're on this earth to make a difference, learn the lessons, teach the lessons as children on up and to old people. And when we're done with that, then we're going to leave this earth and we'll start over again. So, because you are less evolved, any day works for you. So there's no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Any day works. Any number works. Not many people can just pick a number and it work for them, but you can. And life is actually pretty darn good for you. You do have a very serious angel, and I think that when I give you his name, maybe you should look it up. So I'm going to spell it. It's Azrael. Azrael? How would you say that, Don?
That's Azrael, the same one that that Teresa has.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Azrael. Oh, well, she said it. I can't say it. So I want you to look it up because he worked for Teresa, and he's going to work for you too. Great angel. I do not know though if you've always had him. I felt unfamiliar. He felt unfamiliar to me when I was reading about you. When I just don't recognize you with her, and I've read you enough times that I would. So I think he could be someone that just joined our little group. Maybe he just loves these classes. I hope so. But and your weather, the best weather for you is stormy, and you should live in the cool west. I know you don't because, well, you live in Denver, and that's considered west, and it's cool. And then you live in a warmer place too, so that's good. I think both of your home locations are perfect for you. Now, what you need to wear is a lot of black because you are a new soul, or I'm pretty sure you're a new soul, but unevolved. The black is going to ground you. And red wouldn't hurt you either, but blue-green is also a good color for you, and your complexion could handle that. So, but I would concentrate on more black so that it protects you. Because when we're new souls evolving, it's easier for people that aren't kind to get into our space. More evolved people recognize that, unevolved people don't. So I think we better protect our babies. So I'm going to Maureen. Hi, Maureen. I'm so glad to see you on here. Maureen and I go way back, and I love her like a daughter. She's the sweetest thing ever. And Maureen's birthday is 1/12/69, and she's a metal pig. So we have a lot of pigs today, and no pun intended. It's you chose it, I didn't. So, Maureen, you do have a day, and your day is Saturday. Your number is 8. You're metal, and it was very important that I talk to you about metal for some reason, and I don't. I feel like maybe you're the first person that I've talked to today that's talking about metal, but your metal is lead. So I'm going to, Dawn may be able to tell you a little bit more about why you need lead around you. What actually is lead? I mean, what do we have? Do you know, Dawn? What do we? That's your birthday boy. He'd know what lead is.
Well, lead is it's an element. It's Pb, right? P is the symbol or the letters for that in the periodic table of elements is Pb. It's what's unfortunately in the water in Flint right now that's causing a lot of health problems. They banned it in the 70s from paint and stuff like that because it can affect children's brains. But it's a very strong element. You know anything else about lead? Yeah, other than Flint, Michigan.
But we don't want her to go there right now.
Yeah, but I mean, at the beginning of of the industrialization of America, everything was lead. It was, it was the cars, it was the buildings, it was, everything was that. It was very strong, sturdy, durable metal. It's like one of the best ones out there when it comes to that.
I'd find something that's made out of it, maybe. That shouldn't hurt her, should it? Mm-hmm. And just keep it on your desk as your protection because obviously that you needed that. Okay, I'm going to move on with it though, because I'm pretty sure Dawn's going to take care of that. She takes care of everything. So the weather for you is you like gray, cloudy, and cold. Now I got to tell you, that surprised me because I know you. I can't imagine that. I was trying to remember back at the times when I used to see a lot of you, and you shine to me. Your smile is radiant. You're beautiful. I just never thought about a cloudy day for you, but I like cloudy days. They just put me in the mood. And you know when I do my best house cleaning? It's when there's tornado warnings. You tell me there's a tornado coming, I'm going to clean the house, and I dare that sucker to hit it and blow it away because I just cleaned it and he better leave it alone. And they have left it alone. So then it says that you need to take care. I can't read my writing. Well, it's your health, but I'm trying to find out what it is that you're weak in. I didn't finish it, and I will promise you that I will, though, because it showed up that you have a weakness there. For whatever reason, I didn't finish it, and I never do that. So by the end of the day, I'll look it up, and then it will be on Facebook, or I'll give it to Dawn, and she can add it to your book. That's probably the best way to do it, because we're not putting.
I'll edit it into the video also.
Okay, good. Well, we'll get you taken care of, honey, but because we do need to know where we're weak, because the only way we're going to take care of that is to know, and we can eat better or sleep more. I just don't know, and I'm not going to guess anymore. You need to visit Alaska. It was so, your angel was talking to me, and he said, and it was him, that, and by the way, your angel is Cassiel, Cassiel, and I think that is a girl, actually. But I heard the angel say, for your soul purpose, one day you need to visit Alaska. You were there in another lifetime, and you need the memory. And I have no idea what that is, but you need to think about that and go with it, is what I would do. You better believe that would be on my list of things to do. Now I'm going on to Tamara. Tamara is a Cancer, and Tamara is an Earth pig. And I don't know Tamara, so I'm going to, this is fun for me because most everyone that's in this little group I know. So
I think she's from New Mexico. I think she's from Las Cruces.
Oh, she may be my neighbor. Well, hi. If you are, I'm glad to meet you. But Tamara, you're an Earth pig, and here we go. We have a lot of pigs on here today. All right, what this is saying, and I didn't know what it meant either, because it's hard for me to do your books when I've never done a reading for you. It truly helps when I do readings, so I know what you need from whatever I have to offer. But maybe if you're from Las Cruces, when I come down there, you can get a reading, I hope. But this is talking about you need to be true to your roots. So I don't know if you're from Las Cruces or where you're from, but it's very important for you to be true to your roots. You need it for life's growth. You also love past life stories. So from what I read about you, and wow, we're going to get along great because that's my passion. I love past lives. I love reading past lives for people. We will do a past life class if all of you want it. That's fun and personal, but when we do that, I would like to see if Dawn could Zoom us all together or one at a time where you can actually see it when I'm doing your past life for you. But it says that you're into past lives. And if you haven't been up to this point, you should be, because your past life is actually ruling your now and your future, which is good, because people that you've known before are coming into your life. You've probably known me before. Maybe that's why I'm in Las Cruces. We don't know the full reason for that yet. We're a lot alike, I have to tell you. Monday is my day, my best day, and Monday is your best day. I absolutely love Monday. I do not like laying around on the weekends. I like Monday where everything's going. We're getting ready to start over. We have a new week ahead of us, and you do too. And if your mother was anything like my mother, we did laundry on Monday. I still do laundry on Monday. Has to happen or my day's ruined. So your number is number 2. That is your birth number. So that would be Sunday, Monday would be your birth. You're true to your number. Your metal, and again, I don't know why your metal came up, but it did, and your metal is silver. Silver you to have, because you're going to have silver jewelry. You can wear silver clothes. I don't think we're going to wear metal clothes or lead clothes, but for Maureen. But you're going to be able to surround yourself with nice silver and protect yourself. And you have an awfully strong angel too. Another one of my favorite angels is Gabriel. I love Gabriel. And when I give you your angel, all of you need to look them up, and you will see why your angel is with you and the protection that angel can add to your life. So Gabriel's a great angel. Now, the weather that you like the most, and I'm hoping that's not why you're in Las Cruces, because I'm going there for the dry weather, but you like wet and chilly weather. And I like sunshine and dry. So you've had a little wet and chilly lately, from what I've been hearing from my new next door neighbor down in Las Cruces. And by the way, if you know her, oh my God, she's fabulous. I just can't wait to get down there and see her every day. I love her. And if she's any example of what Las Cruces is going to be, I'm going to be in heaven right there. And I can't wait to go back. And Dawn, you have to come. You're just never going to believe the beauty of this woman. The beauty. She's beautiful, smart, sweet, 80 years old. Absolutely doesn't look a day over 50. She's the sweetest thing ever. Well, maybe a little over 50, but I'm nearly 70, so you know how that goes. But anyway, Tamara, I'm excited that I get to read a little bit about you, and I've got to know a little bit about you without meeting you. Now, your colors are very important for you. Obviously, there may be a few little health quirks. I didn't see anything that really scared me, but your health quirks were there, which tells me that you may let too many people into your space, and that it could make you sick. And if you have negative people around you, you need to avoid them at all costs, because negative energy is similar to what the earth is doing to me. Negative energy makes you sick. It gives you a headache. It makes you sleepless at night. It upsets your stomach, and you had all of that. So I want you to wear the colors that are best protected. One of them is cream. One of them is light gray, which would be silver. So if you take those two colors, in fact, they make a great combination. You could wear silver pants or light gray pants with a beautiful little cream top or a cream scarf, and keep yourself very well protected when you're in crowds of people and you don't know who's in that crowd, because you need to know the party. You need to know who's going to be there. It's very important that you stay away from negative energy. And I see some around you. Stay away from it. So your best animals, and so are mine, are farm animals. I love farm animals. I'm not saying I'm allergic to domestic animals like cats and dogs. And funniest animal I think's out there is a little puppy or a cat. Cats just fascinate me. They have minds, boy. I can just see what they're planning next, but I can't be around them because I have 13 autoimmune diseases, and cats bring a few of those diseases to the surface. But I can be around farm animals. I can't be around horses because that's the highest one on my allergy list, and dogs and cats. But you could be around farm animals. So we're going to have to, when I come down to Las Cruces, we'll plant what do you call it? A figurine of a farm animal, because we could go talk to that, and that gives us energy. So I'm glad to meet you, Tamara, and I'll see you soon. We'll be there in March, I think. I will. I don't know if Brooke will, but I will. All right. Now we're moving on to Raquel. And Raquel W. is 6/28, 1972, and she's a water rat. Did you happen to notice, Dawn, how many rats we had? Rats and pigs. That was the most people we had. We had a goat. I'm the only dog in all of us. Do you know what you are?
Horse.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that yesterday, and you're fun. And you are fun. And it would be great to be a horse because they make everything work for them. So we're going to say the good old crab. That's all I could say when I looked at you, is the good old crab, because you kind of fit it sometimes. And you are armed with a powerful set of claws, and nobody's going to hurt you. Not really. You think they're hurting you, but they're not going to, because they can't. You have too much strength. It gets tested, but it's tests that you asked for, and you've passed them, and you're still passing them. You are brave and you are strong, and these past few years have proven that. You're hard-shelled sometimes, but not so much from what I could see. I know you, and I don't see that hard shell being much of a problem at all. I think it's a little too soft from time to time. But you came to Earth for one thing, and that was for the lessons. And you asked for a lot of them in one lifetime. So when you come back in another lifetime, you can lay on the beach and drink margaritas and have all the money you need. But you didn't ask for it this lifetime, so it's not going to be there because you asked for this. You wanted your rewards later. You said to God, you know, I want to go down and just clear it all up. I want to get my karma out of the way. I want to get rid of the people that have been in my life in past lives that haven't honored my soul. I want them to come in and I want them to leave. Then at the end of my life, I want all the people that I want to continue on in the next lifetime to be there with me, which is exactly what's going to happen for you. And you have a long life. So just so you'll look at that. You're very moody, and you get really moody under the full moon. And I think if you watch that, you're going to know I'm right. And this means that the moon the moon's fabulous for you, really. Moody's not always bad. Just because we think somebody's moody, oh gosh, they're moody. They may enjoy that solitude for a bit. They may love that full moon so much they want to lay out under it, soak in the full moon bath, which is something we're going to talk about one day too, is how to do a full moon bath. And Maureen's still listening to this. I taught her that years ago. And I'll teach it to you all before long. So the sun has the best effects on you. The sun just makes you laugh, makes you play. Your relationships, believe it or not, are based on the sun and the moon. I'll tell you about that if you don't understand it, but it makes all the sense in the world. You believe in past lives as well, and you do, and you're looking for that one you left behind, that soulmate. You've been looking for that soulmate all your life. So you've brought a few in that could have been a possibility, but you knew in your heart it wasn't. And it's okay because there's no failed relationships. There are no accidents and there's no mistakes. Everyone that comes in and out of our life, we are supposed to meet them. Every one of them. There's no failures, period. And so you've made no failures. And I want you to get that in your head. Everything was predestined for you. You loved your past life, and I think this lifetime you haven't found your full joy because you missed it so much. Well, I'm going to tell you about my book, The Night of the Witching Moon, and I think you have that book, Raquel. I think you came to my signing. I can't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure you bought the book. Well, I did that same thing. When I was a little girl, I was sad all the time. I missed my past life family. No one understood that. They couldn't believe me. And when I wrote that book, I found my family, and I was able to go on with life. And that's what I would think you should do, is maybe even write a book about what you think you're missing or what you feel you're missing. Your best day is Monday. Your number is number 2. Your metal is silver. Your angel is, you have 2 angels, I think, but you have Gabriel. Your weather is cool and damp. So enjoy all that. You had a long letter here. I could have gone on for like 6 days, but I decided not to. I have Karen Hunt here. So I'm going to read Karen Hunt first because I've left her out so far. So Karen, I didn't mean to. You're right here. You're a metal rabbit. And your birthday, oops, I said her last name, but no one knows her, so it's okay. Karen, your birthday is...
Hold on just a sec. Hold on just a second. Well, I just looked her up, and I've got her as a water dragon. It said those born between January 27th...
Oh, a water dragon ore. She was on the cusp. That's why I put her down here, because I actually wanted to talk to her.
Yeah.
I've never seen one before. So, and when I looked her up, Karen, you're going to feel really special. Because, and I hope Dawn leaves this conversation in your program, because I found it interesting and I loved it. It's like you just have the best of everything, because you could be a water rabbit and you could be a metal rabbit. So, and it's your choice, really. It was right on.
She can be a water dragon.
I mean, a water dragon.
Yeah.
A water dragon or a metal rabbit. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited because it was the only time. I've done these for 40 years, and I've never seen one like hers. So that was why I left her here. I knew there was a reason. She was special, and not any more special than anybody else, but special right now because it was so much fun. But Karen, either sign, you couldn't lose with either sign. And I had the great pleasure to meet Karen. She sells hearing aids. And so Brooke met her, and she's a fabulous person, and which would tell you, because she's a caregiver, and you could see it in her, and I loved her. So she came to a party that we had, and I'm looking forward to having you come back to a party. I wish you'd join this group, Karen, because I actually think you'd have a lot of fun here. And Dawn will be sending you a book about you. And I'm going to just give you a few details that I think you're going to love. But okay, so either sign, you choose. You want to be the dragon? I'd just be both. Somebody asked me what I am in Chinese astrology. I'd say I'm a water dragon and I'm a metal rabbit. And I'm good at both, because you are. And you're the type that's really never going to age. And you know, you were born with a gold spoon in your mouth. You don't know that yet. I don't think you're wealthy yet. I don't know that much about you. I don't think you are yet. But you could be. And if you haven't become rich yet, don't worry. You still will be, because the dragon never misses its chance. So that's why I would hang on to the dragon. And the rabbit is such a free spirit. I would hang on to him too. And so you will one day. And I wrote, wow, wow, wow. You're working hard. Every opportunity that knocks on your door. And you won't believe this. I'm not sure how old you are. You were born in 52. So how old are you?
So 64 this year.
Well, I'm 46 and I was born in 40. I mean, I'm almost 70. I'm 69. I was born in 46. But you wouldn't believe it, because Karen is ageless. She looks no age at all. She just looks. I think you're going to look that way forever. I don't think you'll really, really age. But you're not finished with life yet. You may be when you win this lottery, because obviously the money that I'm seeing for you is a lottery or some inheritance or something, because it was a lot of it, not just a little couple of bonus paychecks. It was money, boy. And I read, oh man, I've done over 50 of these charts for family, friends, clients, and you're the only one I saw this in. And that's why I saved you to last. But so you're a hard worker, and you do not let an opportunity go past you. If you hear one, you listen to it. You always have, it looks like. You've worked hard, and this year you're going to be working toward your long-term goal. You really want to get there. I think you're feeling like it's time now. You're ready to buy that motorhome and travel and have some fun in life. And I'm going to read these little notes, but mostly I haven't forgotten what I found in you. Do you know that you have, and I didn't write this down, but it was something I remember. Do you know that you have a relative that you haven't seen in a really long time? I'll get that out in a minute. That you're going to hear from this year. And it's going to mean the world to you, because somewhere along the way, when you were a child, I think that you made a difference in this person's life. It may be like a distant cousin, I don't know. But whatever happened when you were young, they want to talk about that now. So they're going to return to your life either this year or next year. And this year probably, because you had so many changes coming this year that were good ones. So you, the difference between the dragon and the rabbit is that you could fight yourself a little bit, because the dragon is always trying to push the rabbit out of the way. And the rabbit's pretty strong. I mean, the rabbit comes across like they're weak, but they're not weak. They're pretty strong. They choose their battles. They don't just go fight about anything with anybody, and they don't worry about disagreements. They choose their battles. The dragon goes into battle. They're ready for battle. So the only person that you would really fight would be yourself. You're just constant battle with yourself to which way you should go in life. And I would just kind of meet each other in the middle. I would go with what's, I'd set your standards to where you want them, and set your standards high and your goals high. Because if you don't set your goals high, you're never going to meet them. I'd set my goals so high, and you watch yourself, you're going to meet them. Because there isn't anybody that could do what you could do. And I would love to talk to your family and friends, because they would tell me the same thing. This woman is a firecracker. There isn't anything she can't do. And I truly believe that after reading your chart. I can't remember. I don't think we've done a reading, but you may want to. That may be kind of fun for you. But you read yourself. You're an Aquarian, and you're very psychic. So you really don't need me, and probably you haven't done a lot of psychics in your life because you trusted your own abilities, which you could. Some of us can't because we second guess. Like we had little Andrea back here a little while ago. Andrea needs some guidance. She needs somebody to help guide her. She's afraid. She's afraid that every decision she makes is going to be wrong. You're not. You feel every decision you make is right, and really sometimes you feel like your decision is the only one that is right. That's not a bad way to feel, really. It's, I think it's actually pretty good. My first one today is going to be May Bailey. May, would you believe it? It's the year of the monkey, and you're going to be the first one I talk about today. You're a metal goat. So next year when we do this, you're going to be one excited girl, because actually the goat in the goat year is going to be pretty good. But the goat in the monkey year is going to be pretty good too. I looked at your whole reading, and I really believe that this is going to be an all-around good year for you. I don't see anything to worry about. Maybe a little bit of health, but you've got a little bit of health. We know how to deal with it. The monkey for you, your money's going to bounce all over the place, and that's okay, May. It's truly okay. It's not going to get out of control. We don't have to fear that. I don't want you fearing anything. What goes on with the world, you can't do anything about. You've already paid your dues to that. So you go have a good monkey year, because it's going to be a fun one. I do see a nice little family reunion for you, though, sometime in the spring. Or no, it wasn't the spring. It was late summer, early fall, something like that. So I would start to gather ideas and bring everybody together. For some reason, this is important, to bring your entire family together and just laugh and have a good time. You don't get to do it that often. This would be the perfect year for it, because it's kind of like a party animal year. So I want us kind of to treat it like that. I know when the issues comes and the world plays havoc, you're going to go, party year? Are you serious? How can we call this a party year? Well, we have to do it. We have to make the best of it. And if anybody can do it, you can. So the next one is Linda M. with a birthday of 8/22/49, Earth Ox. And boy, you are a cusp if I've ever seen one. Do you know that I couldn't decide whether you were a Cancer or Leo? But we're not doing American astrology today, so it doesn't make any difference. We're doing the monkey. So we'll just go with that. So Linda, actually this is a good year. This is going to be you have a pleasant surprise coming. There's several of those coming for you this year. You're the type of person that will sit back and enjoy all of that anyway. You take everything as it comes, and you have fun with life. You're excited. You wanted the monkey year. And if you look it up, then you're going to get really excited. And we'll probably make a little newsletter to put with this, because this has been a really long class, and I'm going to have to continue it, and probably for the next few weeks. So let us kind of get our feet grounded. Dawn and I are busy, and we're going to try to do the best we can to make this fun all year long. Make this fun for you guys. And Linda, yours will be fun anyway. It's just natural fun for you. There may be a new addition to your family, and I don't want to say if that's a baby. I don't know if anybody's pregnant or not, but something around a new addition to your family keeps coming to me.
Linda?
Yes?
Linda, you had done a reading in the last class for her, and you had mentioned that there was going to be a baby, and she contacted me, and after that, she said she found out after that her daughter-in-law is pregnant, and you said it was going to be a girl, and you said to name it after a flower, and it is a girl, and she's going to name it after her grandmother, whose name is Rose.
I love it. I love it. You know, for the life of me, I couldn't remember that. And when I do these, I just do them one right after another and just go on, and I went, new addition, new addition. Does she have someone not married? Because I know Linda, and I couldn't remember if you had someone. Well, great. That cleared that up.
Yeah, and so her middle name is going to be Rose, and you had mentioned flower and everything. So,
good.
So yes, there will be a new addition.
Can we make her our poster child this year? Because, for a happy poster child, our happy poster child.
We should do that.
We will, if Linda lets us, we will.
Yes.
So we'll put her picture out here. So tell her she has a lot of friends and she's not here yet. So do we know when she's going to be born, or did she say?
I do not know. I think she is just in her, coming towards the end of her first trimester, I believe. So I'm thinking like maybe 6 months, maybe summer, or
good.
No, I'm not completely sure.
Maybe Cancer or Leo. That'd be fun. Yeah. But and Linda, you're on the cusp. From what I could see, you could decide what you want to be. Do you want to be a Cancer? Do you want to be a Leo? Very few people have it like that, but you certainly did. That was so exciting. I just wanted to play with it a little bit. Go, okay, now Linda, which one are you? But it really doesn't matter, because Cancers are fun and they're kind of moody, and Leos are very strong. They're just willing to take on the world. And you could probably. So, okay, our next one is going to be Pat H. And your birthday is 7/12/1953. And you're a water snake. And a water snake is a good astrological symbol. You're one of my friends, Pat, and you have been for a very long time. I have to say that I should be able to count my blessings, because the people that you choose for friends and you choose them, they don't choose you. It's always been that way. And Pat, you don't trust very many people, so absolutely I would be honored to be one of your friends. And especially after I read a little bit about you here. It was a great read. Pat, you're only where you are in life because you didn't choose to be any further. So you feel a little stuck, and sometimes I think you are a little stuck. You're very psychic, and that gets in your way. Quite often that gets in your way. Well, this year, you're not going to let anything really get in your way. Let's make some choices here, girl. Let's decide what you want to do for the rest of your life. Cynthia, we're going to you now. Cynthia C., birthday 1/12/1970, Earth Rooster. And Cynthia, you've really had some hard years. It's supposed to be just 7 years of, I don't want to call it bad luck, because really you didn't have 7 years of bad luck. You had 7 years of learning some hard lessons, some really, really hard lessons. Most of them have been about work. Well, I feel that you're at the end of that. You're Earth Rooster, so you're willing to work. And this is the year for you to go out there and grab that perfect job, because I have the hiccups every day, and I've got them again, so forgive me. And Cynthia, every time I do a reading with you, I get the hiccups. So here I am talking to you, and I have the hiccups. So what I think is, I feel like that you're getting ready to get your dream job, and you're in an interview as we speak. And I feel pretty good about that. I really feel pretty good about that. I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to say that I feel you're going to get a job, buy lots of new bras. I think you're going to be happier than you've been in a long time. And I feel you already are. I feel like that you're much better off than when you were in Connecticut. I feel like this is better for you. And so I don't want you to give up. I want you to just keep on going and knowing life is not about the good or the bad. It's the lessons that we learn in it. Sometimes I think you forget that we're here to learn lessons. So you take everything personally. That is one of your lessons, is to stop doing that. And a snake will. They're very good luck for other people. You have been good luck for a lot of people. And now it's time for you to let the good luck happen to you. And this is the year. The beautiful rooster and the beautiful snake, they work pretty well together. I mean, not the beautiful rooster, the beautiful monkey. The beautiful monkey and the beautiful snake work well together. And you can crawl lower than that monkey will actually come to get. So you're okay. You just go with it. Now we have Andrea S. Andrea. And her birthday is 9/30/1987. She's a fire rabbit. And the nature of the fire is to consume. And the result, consume, to resolve and to bring about our own outcome. Now I'm going to explain that to you in just a minute because you're so confused about life right now. You have the gift of leadership and you're an adventuresome person. Fire people do not have problems making decisions, but you do. Because you're a rabbit. Now, the fire in you can do anything, but the rabbit in you fears your outcome of that. And you fear being alone worse than anyone I've ever seen in my life. And you're absolutely gorgeous. There's no way you're going to be alone, ever. And I would love to see you this year get a relationship with yourself. Have a great relationship with the rabbit. Because you can run just as fast as that monkey. And the monkey will chase you everywhere, and you can run right away from it and run as fast as that monkey. So that really puts you in the power. You have the power to do anything you don't know that you do. You're a kind, beautiful, sincere person. Kind and beautiful are the two words that I can't stress enough. Because I know you personally, and I just think you're wonderful. And you have a mirror. You know you're absolutely gorgeous. And there's no way, honey, you're ever going to be alone. Don't choose the wrong guy for the wrong reason. Don't do that. Let's get to know yourself and bring in someone that is a mirror to your soul, not a mirror to your bank account. Let's don't, okay? Because should you do that, you'll be making a mistake. Money doesn't keep you very warm, but a body does. And a soulmate really does. And that's the most important. As for career, I feel like there's a change there, and I think you need a change in your career. I really love sales for you because you're so pretty, and people love to look at you. Should you decide to go into a different brand of sales, then I feel like you need to get someone to guide you a little bit, like a hunter, or someone who could just talk to you about your skills, because somewhere along the line, you are missing out on why you're here. And I don't want to see you do that, but I'm pretty sure we'll continue to read you along the way. So, love you so much. All right, I think I'm just going to read these, Dawn. I add a little extra because you guys are so good to us and you stay with us. And so I just kept working. It was just like, I want to give back. And I know Dawn wants to give back. And this is a lot of work for Dawn because she's going to have to edit all this. But I wanted to go back and just give you a little more and give you something to look forward to. So we'll start with you, Liz, because we started with you a while ago. You are progressing in life. And as the monkey year is upon you, you will continue to progress. You are finding you. That's the first time in your life, I think, that you've found you. You're excited about life's journey, and I don't think you always were, but you are this year. This year, somehow, you felt the same way I did. When you woke up today, I think you felt like something had changed, and it did. I don't know what changed either, but it did. And so I hope you will feel the excitement for you that I feel for you. And I will look forward to this year and to next year, because I do even feel like next year will be better for you than this year was. Deb S., Earth Rooster, you know who you are. Well, you're in control of your own destiny, and this year is a time for you to rejoice that. You know, we were talking a little bit the other day about why people fear you, and that's because you're amazing, honey. That you're in control, boy. You don't need anyone's advice. You've got it. And this year, you're happy and you're feeling good, and a partnership is coming for you that's going to be great. It's going to be just right for you, no matter what you're thinking right now. When that partnership comes along, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for you. So don't worry about if somebody doesn't like the way you are. Who cares if they don't like the way you are? You're amazing, and claim that for yourself. Flo, my little metal tiger girl, my beautiful little metal tiger girl. No animal more beautiful inside or out than you, and there isn't. And your beauty ages with you because you never age. You're beautiful with grace. And I had to put that in there because you truly are beautiful with grace. I love looking at you. And this year, you explore something that you've never explored before. You know, just every time you look at the stars, and I didn't write this down either, but I'm going to say it. I want you to look at the difference in each star. We look at the stars and we think they all look alike. They don't look alike any more than the people on Earth look alike. We're stars to somebody else. We're stars to another planet. So you look up at the stars and you see that each one of them are different, and put a name to them, and then make your favorite star and go out at night and talk to it. So live every day like it was your last. We don't know if it isn't. None of us have that guarantee. And you're not sick. There's nothing wrong with you. I'm not warning you about anything, but I want you to live every day as if it was your last. And you don't need to worry about money. You don't need to worry about anything because it's with you. You're going to be okay the rest of your life. So you remember that others are on Earth. They're students. They may not seem so smart to you because they're not. They're here to learn. Sometimes we're not so smart. But isn't it fun that we all learn from each other? I learn from all of you every day. So now we're going to move to Jodine, and Jodine's a water tiger, another beautiful girl. Oh my gosh. And I said, you're just like my friend Flo. You're gracious and beautiful, but boy, don't let that fool anybody. Because if you need to hold your own, honey, you do it. And you know what I found when I was looking this up? It was like door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. You pick any door because there's nothing behind any of them that you wouldn't want to keep. Except you just may not want any of those doors. And if you don't, that's okay too. The reason you have all these doors to choose from, Jodine, is because you came here with many different lessons. Not simple ones like most of us. You came here with some hard lessons, and you came here to complete karma. So there's a lot of karma around you. Be happy about that, because this means next lifetime when you move on, you've already shuffled through a lot of that karma. You don't have to do it next time. And maybe you'll even live longer. Maybe you'll live to 200 next lifetime. No karma, why not? That means we won't age and we don't have to have boob jobs. That would be so good. But let's just see what's going to happen, because you're going to have a great lesson to learn this year, but it's a good one. So be proud when you learn your lessons. And Jill M., here we are with another water tiger. So, of course, I'm going to say that you're beautiful because you are. Tigers are beautiful, but you're also very funny. And I can't believe that I had 3 water tigers in a row. That was just amazing. But your lesson is pretty simple, and it is just the lesson. What do you want to learn this time? And that was simple. Life is a gift to you. I think you probably know that. It feels like that you were one person that I don't think you do a lot of complaining. I don't think any of these tigers did. I know them all, and I didn't see any one of them that complains about much of anything. Well, I do. I'm a dog. But you don't. So if you get sick, you go, well, I'm just going to have to fix it. I get sick, I go to bed for 6 months. But that's because you guys are stronger. You're stronger. You're in that jungle, and you tackle anything. That's your gift this lifetime. And my gift in this lifetime was to be the dog where I love to mother everybody. It makes me a little bit sick, makes me feel old sometimes, but you know, it's my gift, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't trade it. I'd be a stronger dog, maybe a little bigger one next time, but I'm okay with it. All right, so let's see what we have. This year for you is a gift to yourself. So love more and laugh harder. That's all I have to say about it, because life loves you to death. And I have never heard that before, but it said it. So it says life loves you to death. And it's a simple life for you. It doesn't feel like it sometimes. You take it so personally that when you think back about what your life is all about, you know now. Life loves you to death. My other two tigers that I just read, I've known for a long time, both of them. And it's the same way with them, only they didn't have it quite like you did. So there's a big difference in the tigers. But I think you understand life loves you to death. I don't have to say too much about that because you already know what I'm talking about. Now we're going to move on to Teresa C, Metal Pig. And you're going to be able to do save some money this year, and I know you're going to love that. And you know, when I was doing this, and I didn't mean to joke because you're a little pig, but the riddle actually did. The three little piggies go to market. And I kept saying that over and over, and I want three little piggies go to market. Okay, what does that actually mean for her? Well, actually, because this time when you go to market, you have the money to pay for your food. So your money is so much better. And this year you can get a little piggy bank and start putting some money in it. And I think this may be something you want to do. Now, what I do, I take a jar. I start it every year. The first week, I put $1 in it. The second week, I put $2 in it. The next week, I put $3 in it. There are 52 weeks in the year. So at the end of 52 weeks, you have over $1,200, and you really didn't miss it. And so then at Christmas, you have money to go buy your Christmas present, and you don't feel stressed. So do that, and you will not miss the money that way. And it's a great advice and so much fun. And next year, if I'm wealthy enough, if Dawn does a good enough job on these Facebook things, then next year we'll put $2 every week in. But that's what it's about. And it says three little piggies go to market and has the money to pay for their food. If that isn't something to be grateful for right there, I don't know what is. So I loved it. I loved your reading. Karen R., you're an earth pig. And you love your monies, and you also save already. So, but you've been a little bit smarter, or maybe more blessed. I don't know if smarter was it, because Teresa's pretty darn smart. I feel like I'm pretty darn smart, but I haven't been able to save any money. And up until this point, and every time I saved it, something took more than I saved. So I really just felt like I lost the battle and quit even trying. Now I'm just trying to live day by day. And I think I'm a lot happier doing it this way. But you wouldn't be happy doing it this way. You have to save your money, and you do it. And that's okay. And you will. But honey, find plenty of time this year to have fun, because this is a good year for you, and it is a fun year for you. And it says that it's okay if you have a little mixture of sadness and laughter, and you will. You're going to have both this year. But that's okay. That's kind of like the door number one, number two, number three. You just choose your door, because you're going to have it all. You're going to have laughter, sadness, and money all this year. And there isn't any way to get out of it. It is what's going to happen. But the way you handle it is what's going to make it okay. Because life is about living, and death is about a new beginning. And money is just about survival. So really, what's more important? It's probably death. It's probably death, preparing yourself for the best that you could be at the end of your life. So when you come back to the next life, you have great karma to start with. You've already taken care of all that bad juju. Now we can start over and really have a little bit of everything. And in some ways, I feel like you have a little bit of everything now. So I love the way you are. Okay, we're going to Maureen. Maureen Q, Metal Pig. See how that worked? And I never put them in order. It just worked out this way. I had the dragons, now I have the pigs. Okay, honey, I must be getting ready to lecture you to start off like that. But it says, honey, all your life you have feared that you may not have enough. And it was a full table. If it is a full table at Thanksgiving, you're going to be afraid there's not enough food. So it's just your nature. So, oh God, that may not be enough. Oh God, I may not survive. Oh God, it may not be okay. I've known you for a long time, and that was pretty right on from what I could see. So it is time to let go of that. You do not need that. Where did it get you? Nowhere. So you're going to get rid of that right now. Your money's fine. It's going to be good at the end of your life. You cannot take it with you. Anytime that you try, it doesn't work that way. So you enjoy it, because when you make it, you enjoy it. It may not be the size of a lottery, but it's a little bit that you could go, wow, I lived well and I still have this. I'm so proud of myself. And you can be proud of yourself because you work hard and you worked for everything you have. Most of us do. Some of us haven't been as fortunate to be able to hang on to any of it because other things took it. You've been fortunate that you didn't have to pay it out for tragedies. I don't think you ever will. So if you don't, let's just be grateful. If you do, we'll teach you how to do it. Don and I are experts on that. So we'll teach you how to do it. And remember, I would tell you if you had anything to fear and teach you how to deal with it. Because I always have, and you don't have anything to fear up to this point. It's just about the growth of our life. That's all we have to fear is well, we don't have to fear it, but we do it because we're so afraid we're going to do it wrong. And there's no wrong. So no matter how you do it, there's no wrong. All of it's right. So you came to earth to grow, and you came to earth to grow from fear, and look how far you've come. I think you've just done great. So Tamara, I can't believe this one. A pig, another pig. Is that 3 or 4 in a row we've had? And like I said, I did not put these in order. You really got a double whammy in your life because you came here to learn about trust. And oh my God, that was not easy for you. I do not know her. So if this is true, I would love for her to tell us. But it's been kind of tough. You've had to trust love, and you had to trust money, and you had to trust people. And it was really tough. But this year, you could just have a little breather on both. The people around you, you can trust. Your money's okay. You're ready to spread a little more love, and you can, because I think you're up to it now. And remember that you can't give anything away because it comes back to you. Every single thing we give away comes back to us, no matter what it is. And that's such a powerful sentence to say. People just go, well, that doesn't make sense, but it makes all the sense of the world, because if you give out love, you're going to get it. Sooner or later, you're never going to give anything away. It's going to come back to you. In the past, I feel like you were hurt by a few people, and I think that trust may be harder for you now because you were hurt. And if that's the case, I feel like that truly is in your past. I feel like looking forward to your future is something you need to do. And you also need to live in warm weather. And I think Dawn said you were in Las Cruces, which is great because I feel like cold would be not so good for you. You need to live where you can get out. And that's a beautiful place. So I'm sure you do get out. So Karen P., you're a wood goat. Well, we moved on from the pig. So
and I have to tell you that the order that you have the class people in is the order that they came in when they purchased.
Are you serious?
I am completely serious.
That's funny because that's a God-given. But you know, when I was reading these or working with them, I didn't even realize it, that I'm still working with the same, like, because I get into that reading and I forget who I'm reading. And I get into the details of everything. And then when I saw that on paper, I went, oh my God, how could that happen? That's crazy, Dawn.
Yeah.
I love it, though. All right, Karen P., wood goat. You should be so proud of your beautiful self as you came so far on your own merits. Nobody helped you. You're a hard worker, a beautiful dresser. You have a kind heart, and you have it all. This year, some hard work is going to pay off. So I feel like that you're going to go, wow, finally, things are becoming easier. Life is becoming easier. You know, Karen, life always was easy for you, but you are a goat. So you didn't know it was. You waited on it to be hard when it wasn't, and you made it hard for yourself when it didn't need to be. That's the typical goat nature. You don't even know you do that because it's so automatic. But I think as you get older and more spiritual, you're starting to see that you do that. You did do that. You do not anymore. And I am. So, and your hard work is paying off, and I'm not going to say finally because I feel it always did, because I think you progressed through your life and always had beautiful job opportunities come your way. So really, life did pay off for you. And I know you do know that because you're such a gracious person. And I know that your kids are better kids for the person you are. Your husband's a better person because of who you are. And, you know, your mother is struggling, and boy, it showed it all the way through your reading. And, you know, honey, there's just not much I can say because we know that's probably not going to get better. So we don't want to talk about something that's not going to happen. So I love you. If you need me, I'm here. We're all your friend. You get stuck in that, you just write us. We'll support you. Because there isn't anybody on our little Facebook group that wouldn't help, and you're going to need us in a little bit. That's okay. We'll be there. Okay. Now we have Raquel W., who's a water rat. All right. Here's a girl that had reason to worry not so long ago, but because there were so many spider webs and you just couldn't pull them down, and your whole chart talked about it. Well, I know you, so I knew it was safe enough for me to get on here and say, wow, it even showed up in your chart that life was going to throw you some curves and you were going to win anyway. First off, you're a little rat, so you could hide, and you did a lot of the times, it looks like. I'm reading this because I just don't want to say too much. Talk about squeezing all one's lessons in one lifetime. You did. You were master at that. You squeezed everybody in one lifetime. And you did a good job. You're now getting ready to actually breathe easier. Your older years are so much better for you than your younger years were. I really think that you had a period of time. I think there was your young years that were pretty good. Then I think there was your middle years that were not so good. You talk about people that backstabbed you. Raquel, you had them everywhere. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. Well, they're gone now. And you did it with a smile on your face. God, you talk about somebody pretty. It's you, and somebody that always smiles at everybody. It's you. And you wouldn't believe it, Dawn, because she's the most pleasant person, and she's had it because it says it right here in her chart. But you're looking around now at life and you're going to go, it was worth it. Look what I have now. I have the greatest guy. I have a good life. I don't really have any worries because I've already lived that karma. I'd have to say it's good. So go with it and enjoy it. And thank you for coming here with us. I was shocked when I saw that you joined our little group and thrilled to death because we were neighbors one time and I loved it. I loved it when I'd get to see you, which wasn't never enough. But boy, we needed to get out of that neighborhood. You talk about people who had lessons to learn. It was our little neighborhood. So now we're away from that. So we're going to go one more, and we're back here to Karen. And I wonder if I did a little bit. Oh, I did do a couple of more things. So I'm almost to the end of this. But Karen, I'm back to you, the little dragon and the little rabbit. I can't quite let it go because you are I just love your chart. It has It's telling you again that you have a really good chance of being wealthy. This is the year that will start that. Whether you become wealthy this year or you're just going to know that you're going to become wealthy, it will be this year. You're not a selfish person at all. You make sure everybody has enough. You don't just go give everything away, but you take care of people, which I feel is good because you give it out, it comes back to you, and you kind of know that. So you've always taken care of the people that you thought needed it. If you saw somebody really homeless and you knew they were, you were generous with that person. Well, your gifts are coming to you leaps and bounds. And talk about wanting to be your friend. There's going to be several that will. But you know, it wasn't without hard work, because all in your chart, it said you were a hard worker, no matter what you did. If you cleaned the kitchen, you were working hard. If you went out and plowed a field, you'd plow that field. In your business, they count on you because they can count on you. So, Karen, you really have a lot of great, wonderful things this year. So the people that didn't order books, I wanted to tell them a little bit because I think they're very, very special. And May, honey, I want you to take advantage of the monkey year's energy, because he's going to give you the energy that you feel like you lost. And you're going to get some of that back this year. It may not stay, but it's going to come back around the spring. You're going to be like, oh my God, I feel better than I have in years. And I want you to make that phone call to us because I want to hear about it. And it's funny because your name is absolutely perfect for the perfect May, because this year you're going to have the perfect May. Love it. Not much else I can add to that. It says you need to plant some seeds because this year they're going to grow. So get a little tiny pot and put some seeds in it in your kitchen and put it in your window. And just pretend that's money and watch that grow. And you know what I used to do? And May, I think you came to the class where I taught you guys to do this. Plant a penny. Plant your money in your pot and put it in the window and water it just like it's going to grow, and it will. And I would suggest everybody do that. Let's all plant a pot. We'll make that a project. So we'll do that later. And Linda M., our thoughts, this year may be filled with a lot of work, and it looks like it will be. But you're going to come up with some really good ideas this year. I'm not sure what they are, but what you're going to do with those ideas, cultivate them next year. So write all your ideas down. Every time one little idea happens in your head, you go write it down somewhere. You better get a book, though, because I'm sure you're going to have notes everywhere. So there's lots of ideas coming to you. Pat H., you don't trust anybody. And to be honest with you, you couldn't in the past. We're going to have to learn to trust a few people this year. And you tell them if you can't trust them, I'm going to kick their butt, because I think people have not always treated you well. I know you pretty well. I think you probably treated people well. But this year, I want you to just start trusting a little bit more. If you don't open up your heart, honey, nobody can come in. So you're going to need to open that heart up. Let these people in. Cynthia, I don't have to say anything because we only have one more Cynthia. You have one more year of trying to pull your money together, trying to get your act together, trying to straighten out your life, and it's going to be a great life. It's just one more year, and this is the year. And you started it off in a new climate. You started it off with a new job, and this is your Chinese, and this is the Chinese New Year today. So what else can I say? Happy New Year. Andrea, my little fire rabbit, the Libra knows what she wants, and you're a Libra, but the rabbit doesn't know what they want. And this probably won't change this year. It will get better, but you need to step back and start thinking about that. You're a Libra. You're in control. You're the balance. You're the balance. No one needs to tell you how to live your life. You know how to live your life. But you're the rabbit, and you're afraid to trust yourself. But you're going to need to learn to trust yourself. But remember that your lesson this time around on Earth, that's all we're here to do is learn these lessons, is the rabbit to trust the Libra. Now, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this. there's so much more, because there's no end to astrology. And I would love to teach a class about astrology without all of you needing to do these books, where we just learn about how we take advantage of the elements and our time. Now, a little bit later, I'm going to read Dawn and my husband. But I thought we would make that a little separate video just for your entertainment. And so we didn't need to add it with this because you have enough on your plate. I love you all so much. Thank you for taking this class. Should you have questions, shoot Dawn an email and we'll see what we can do to answer them. Happy New Year.